A scene a short time ago, the Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Fielded in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line.
Gain on the play.
I think that typically we expect teams to save their home run plays for later in the game when they feel like they have an advantage over a defense. But in this case, they thought they had the advantage right away and took the shot on the first play of the game and completed it successfully.
There's Evans again, complete. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. So first and goal from the 9-yard line. Shotgun now for Brady. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time, but it'll be second and goal.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
On second and goal, Brady to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on second down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
And now third and goal following incompletions on first and second down. Again, they'll throw with Brady. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
Come on now.
Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11. A second and 11 from the 19.
19-yard line.
This time Jackson will throw it. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 55 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. Partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Now on second and 13. Jackson throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target. Third down here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He can run for it, and he will. And they stop him short of the first, as he can only get to the 20. 9 yards that time on the keeper. Brings up fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back.
Turnover on downs.
Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
30-yard line.
They'll come up now on second and a yard.
Brings up second and a yard.
Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. He's got it at the 15. A big play that time for Tampa Bay.
A gain of
55 yards.
And
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. To Evans on the slant. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A gain of 9.
First down marker at the 5. It's second and goal.
6-yard line.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense.
2 yards.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's third down.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Tom Brady hooking up with Mike Evans there. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive, they've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit. They're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 7.
On second down, Ingram.
3.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
Devin White.
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Down and 4.
From the gun, Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 38-yard line.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Jordan.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
4 brings up 3rd and 8.
Now this time he'll look to throw. This one complete to Ingram. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
6 yards. It's 4th down.
4th down, here's Jackson. Steps away to his left. He made Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Brady. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give to McCoy. And he's got some space here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one 28 yards on the ground. So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on first down. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And they'll keep on the ground with McCoy. And he'll be taken down at the 34. The tackle made by L.J. Ford.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady. He finds McCoy. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 21. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
13 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
They go back to the ground with McCoy. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
A loss of 2 yards.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So on 4th down, on comes the Buccaneer kicker, Matt Gay. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And the lead moves to 10-zip. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson, a 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. So not a good start for this rookie quarterback, already trailing in this first half, and that's going to make things worse.
Well, back in my day, this was not unexpected out of rookie quarterbacks. That's why a lot of coaches didn't want to play them. But coming out of college now, they throw it all the time. This is a little bit unexpected, the way that he's playing here.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Throwing now, Jackson on first down, buying time to his left. He uncorks it for Snead. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line.
To Justin Watson.
A huge play there on the screen pass. 56 yards.
First down, Buccaneers.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Out of the shotgun, it's McCoy. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Number 25.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Again, it's McCoy. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
A 46-yard attempt.
And His kick is absolutely perfect. And that will stretch the lead to 3 scores now at 19-0. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. That run good for 6 yards, but they're still looking up at a 3rd and 15. He's going to run, but he's got a long Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Buccaneers have it. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Patrick Queen on.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
19-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They're going to run the jet sweep on 3rd down. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this carries into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm. And for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
You got to love it, baby. Give it
Picked
some
off
more.
at about the 31, and he will score.